Today we're gonna make a Santa hat. It's pretty easy. All you need is a couple of colors of yarn. You need a red yarn and a white yarn for the brim. You need a pair of scissors, a darning needle, and if you want to have the white pom-pom, you need to either make your own, or I've just bought this faux fur pom-pom that I'm gonna add to the top of the hat. So what we're gonna do is start out with the red, which is gonna be the top part of the hat, and we're going to cast on with the long tail cast on. We'll get to the beginning here. So I'm gonna throw probably about 12 inches or so of yarn down into the middle, and I'm assuming that you already know how to use your machine, but just a real quick tutorial. Basically, you're gonna be weaving the yarn in and out of the needles here. This is the only row that you need to do the cast on. I usually like to throw my yarn on the floor so it's has an easy path to come into the machine. And I also like to do a center pull so my yarn's not rolling all over the floor if you were to use the outer portion. So we're back at the first needle here. I like to mark my first needle with black Sharpie so I can see it a little bit better. I'm gonna open up the yarn guide and feed my yarn through there. And you always want to hold just a tiny, I guess you can't even see it in the video. Here's the yarn guide here. We just want to make sure that we're holding just a tiny little bit of tension onto that yarn as it feeds through. And what we're going to do is I'm going to reset my counter back to 0. And for the Santa hat, we're going to do 40 rounds of the red. So I'm going to have my counter count all of my rows. And I'm going to make this go a little bit faster. I've got this handy dandy tool that I can hook on to my drill, and it makes the knitting like 10 times fast. So we'll go ahead and do the 40 rounds of the red, and I'll meet you back when they're done. We'll speed this up. Okay, we're just coming up to 40. So here's my black needle so I can tell where that's. So I'm going to cut and leave about a 12-inch tail on my red yarn and take that out. And this is between the last needle and the first needle, and throw that down in the middle. Then I'm going to grab my white yarn and we're going to leave about a 10 to 12-inch tail, and we'll put that in there. And that's going to be between needle 1 and 2. And what I'm going to do is I'm also going to take it over here and I'm going to feed it through that last needle. And then you want to bring this down around here. What this does is it helps hide that change of color so it's more smooth instead of a jog in color. This is a no jog color change. So I'm just going to go ahead and do a couple stitches here holding both of these yarns. So you should have both of them coming out of that one stitch there. And do a few stitches to make sure that that holds. Then we're going to do another 40 rounds in the whites. I'll meet you back when the 40 rounds are all done. All right, we're just coming to the first stitch here. So same thing, we're going to cut that working yarn between the last needle and the first needle. We'll throw that down in the middle. Then we're going to go back. Same thing, we're going to put that down in the middle, put it through our feeder, but I'm also going to wrap that red yarn around my last needle so it gets knitted alongside that white one, so they're both knitted in the same stitch. Hold on to those. Make sure that everything's nice and tight. Once you make sure that those are nice and tight, you can trim them down so they're only about 5 or 6 inches. That way they don't get all tangled in there. Okay, we're gonna do our last 40 rounds of red, so that'll be a total of 120 rounds for the whole hat. So 40 rounds in the red, change to white, do 40 rounds, and then our last bit is another 40 rounds. So I'll meet you back when they're all done. Now when your tube starts getting pretty long, it'll start bunching up in here. So what I like to do is pull it out and tighten it, and then start rolling it into, I guess, inside out. It's actually right side out, but inside out for the knitting machine, and make a little donut there. See how these stitches are all still nice and tight? That's what you want. You want to have a little bit of tension on that. So when it starts getting too long, just roll it up and then keep working on your project. All right, we're on our last row. We're just coming up to 120. Okay, so now on this last piece of yarn, we're gonna leave, about an 18-inch tail or so, enough that's gonna be able to wrap all the way around. And what this does is we're going to use this to cast off our stitches. So we're gonna drop that yarn down inside. Make sure you close back your yarn guide. And I'm just going to knit a couple of stitches and then put our yarn needle on the piece of yarn here. So you can see where your last stitch is because the yarn's coming out of it. So on that first stitch, we're gonna take that off and feed the yarn through it. Go to the next one, feed it through. And you wanna hold your finger on the next stitch, because if you don't, and that stitch falls off, well then you'll have a mess on your hands because it'll unravel. So we wanna make sure that we don't drop a stitch here. Once you have a couple stitches on there, you can go a little bit faster. This last one. Then you can just go however many stitches you're comfortable. I'm gonna go ahead and go all the way around. Since I'm right-handed, it's easier to reach over to this side. The darning needles that have this little curve on here make it a lot easier because you can go in and scoop that loop right off of the pins there. It makes it really easy. Okay, so we got all those stitches off. So now what we're gonna do, this is what it looks like on the knit side. We're just gonna give it a kind of a little stretch, get all those knit stitches to lay in line. Then we're gonna turn it inside out. I'm gonna move my knitting machine out of the way so it's a little easier. All right, we're gonna turn this inside out, and we'll take it to where the color changes are. So let's start with this one here. What we want to do is make sure that these are pulled nice and tight, so there's not a lot of slack in there. Then if you turn it around the other way, you can see the difference between here and here. See where there's a definite jog, where here it's a little bit more even. So we can pull those stitches just a tad bit more. Don't want to pull them too tight because you don't want it gathering. Let's take another look at that here. I'm pretty happy with that. That looks pretty good. And then we'll do it over here on this side. Well, before we switch to the other side. Now what I'm gonna do is just go ahead and tie a couple of knots in there so it doesn't come undone. Probably do 3 knots. And then we can trim this down. I usually leave about 1 inch or so. This is gonna be inside the hat, so it's not like we need to weave them in. So let's go to the other side. Same thing here, we kinda wanna pull these tight. You can kind of see how that lined up as soon as we started pulling on those. Okay, I have a hard time even seeing where that one is. It's actually right here. You can see a tiny bit of a jog there, but not too bad. So I'm happy with that. So let's go ahead and tie those knots. About 3 knots there, so that's nice and tight. Okay, we're almost done with our hat here. So now what we want to do is take one of the ends and cinch it tight. It doesn't really matter what end you do. This, I believe, was the cast on edge, and this was the cast off edge. So once you get that nice and tight, then what I'm going to do is basically grab that from the inside of the tube and pull it up inside my tube, folding it in half. You want to get that yarn. So cinch that back down. Make sure it's nice and tight. Then what you're going to do is go ahead and close up the other end. Cinch that down. They should cinch in pretty easily, both sides, both the cast on and the cast off. Now these are getting kind of long, so I'm going to trim them down. So this is the outside one here. Now if you can't get a nice and tight closing, like if you're pulling on it and you still have a little bit of a hole like that, then what you can do is take your yarn needle here and then just weave that in there a little bit to close up that gap. Pull tight. Go back and forth a couple different times. And pull that other yarn from the inside of the hat. And what we're going to do here is just tie a knot with both of those pieces of yarn, and that kind of basically solidifies the hat, makes the inside stay up in there. Do one more knot. So I did about 3 knots here. And then we can kind of get that all worked around. Okay. And then the last step is we're just going to take our pom-pom, and using these pieces of yarn, we're going to sew this onto the top of the hat, and then our hat will be finished. So let me go do that real quick, and I'll show you the finished product. Okay, I have the pom-pom all sewn on, and what I'm doing, I'm just taking my yarn needle here, and I'm going to weave these loose tails here. Since this is a double layered hat, we can just kind of weave it down in between the layers. And trim it off. And there you go. That is our completed Santa hat. Hope you get a chance to make some of these. They're a lot of fun. They're great for fall markets or making them for friends or for your family. Now, if you wanted to make one that's a little bit longer, I am getting ready to do another video for a slouchy version of this. So stay tuned and have fun making some hats on your Addi knitting machine.